மடி மீது அமர்ந்து அகிலம் தன்னை காக்கும் அன்னையன எழுந்த ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகம்.
All the participants, viewers and everyone who is with us for today's grand celebrations of the Chittirai Peruvizha. We are celebrating the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam on this auspicious 10th day of the Chittirai Peruvizha. Let us now begin with the Purvanga rituals. Nityanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Samarambham Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Nityananda Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Lalate Tripundre Nitalakrita Kasturi Tilakaha Spuranmala Dharaspurita Katikopi Navasanaha Tadhano Dustaram Shirasi Panirajam Shashikala Pradeepas Sarvesham Arunagiri Yogi Vijayate Achamya Om Atmatatvam Shodhayami Swadha Om Vidyatatvam Shodhayami Swadha Om Shivatatvam Shodhayami Swadha. पुष्पाक्षते स्वीकृत्य शुक्लाम्बरधरमिति प्रार्थ्य शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत् प्राणानायं या तदेव लग्नं सुदिनं तदेव ताराबलं चन्द्रबलं तदेव विद्याबलं दैवबलं तदेव गौरीपतेते अङ्घ्रियुगं स्मरामि. हर हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव. शिवाभ्यां नमः. ममोपात्तसमस्त दुरितक्षयद्वारा भगवत् श्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवप्रीत्यर्थम् अद्य करिष्यमाणस्य अविघ्नेन प्रसमाप्त्यर्थम् आदोषे विघ्नेश्वरपूजां गुरुपूजां च करिष्ये. ओम उपस्पृश्य सकलीकृत्य सामान्यार्घ्यं संस्थाप्य ओम विघ्नेश्वर पूजां विधाय ओम अनंताय नमः, ओम हां धर्माय नमः, महां ज्ञानाय नमः, गां वैराग्याय नमः, ओम गां ऐश्वर्याय नमः, ओम गां पद्माय नमः, पद्मस्योपरि ओम गां गणपत्यासनाय नमः, ओम गां गं गणपति मूर्तये नमः. We will now be invoking Mahaganapati. Meditate on the form of Mahaganapati and invoke his presence. Om Ekadantam Shurpakarnam Gajavakram Mahodaram Pashankushadharam Devam Dhyajet Siddhivinayakam. Om Gananaam Tva Ganapatigum Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrinvannotibhissi Dasadanam. Om Shri Mahaganadipate Namaha. Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Dhyayami Avahayami Tyavahanastapana Sannidhana Sannirodhana Digbandhana Avakunthana Talatraja Dhenu Pasha Ankusha Namaskara Mudraha Pradarshya. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Padyam Samarpayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Swadha Achamanam Samarpayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Swaha Arghyam Samarpayami. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha Snanam Samarpayami. Snananantaram Achamanam Samarpayami. वस्त्रयज्ञोपवीत उत्तरीयाभरणार्थम् अक्षतानि समर्पयामि. ओम गम गणपतये नमः. गन्धान् धारयामि. गन्धस्योपरि हरिद्राकुङ्कुमचूर्णं समर्पयामि. पुष्पाणि पूजयामि. ओम गम भवस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम सर्वस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम ईशानस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम पशुपतेर्देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम उग्रस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम रुद्रस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम भीमस्य देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम महतोर्देवसुताय नमः. ओम गम सिद्धिविनायक स्वामिने नमो नमः. नानाविधपरिमलपत्र पुष्पाणि समर्पयामि. धूपदीपादिकं दत्वा ओम गम गणपतये नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि. ओम गम गणपतये नमः दीपं संदर्शयामि. ओम गम गणपतये नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि. निवेदनानन्तरम् आचमनं समर्पयामि. पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलेर्युतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यतां. ताम्बूलार्थमक्षतानि समर्पयामि. नीराजनम्. ओम एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात्. ओम गम गणपतये नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि. रक्षां धारयामि. मूलमंत्र यथाशक्ति जप्त्वा जपं समर्प्य ओम गुह्यातिगुह्य गोप्ता तुम ग्रहाणास्मकृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देवा त्वत्प्रसादात् गणाधिप. जपं समर्प्य. Let us all pray to Mahaganapati to remove all the obstacles from the ritual of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam and also from manifesting all our realities, experiencing Paramashivatva and manifesting Paramashivatva in our lives. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Koti Surya Samaprabha Abhignam Kuru Medeva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Let us now enter into the Guru Puja. After having worshipped Mahaganapati, Vigneshwara, the Lord of all the obstacles, who removes all the obstacles, we are now invoking and worshipping our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam. With the grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, we will be entering into the ritual of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. Let us now enter into the Guru Puja. Om Hritpadmamasanam dadyat Sahasrarachyutamritaihi Padyam Charanayor dadyat Manastu Arghyam Nivedayet Kenamritena Achamanijam Snanijam Tena Chasprutam Akashatattvam Vastram Syat Gandhasyat Gandhatatvakam Chittam Prakalpayet Pushpam Dhupam Pranan Prakalpayet Tejastatvam Cha Deepartham Naivedyam Syat Sudham Buddhihi Anahata Vayutattvam Cha Chamaram Sahasraram Bhavet Chhatram Shabdatattvam Cha Geetakam Prittamindriya Karmani Chanchalyam Manasastatha Sumekhalam Padmamalam Pushpam Nana Vidham Tatha Amayadyer Bhava Pushpaihi Archayed Bhava Gocharam Amayam Manahankaram Aragam Mamadam Tatha Amohakamadam Pancha Advesha Akshobhagau Tatha Amatsaryam Malobhancha Dashapushpam Vitarpudaha Ahimsa Paramam Pushpam Pushpamindriya Nigraha Daya Pushpam Kshama Pushpam Jnana Pushpam Cha Panchamam Iti Panchadashet Bhava Pushpaihi Sampujayet Bhagavantam Sri Nityananda Paramashivam Om Hrim Etatpadyam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Esho Arghyaha Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Achamanijam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Snanijam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Vastrottarijam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Esha Gandha Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Pushpam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Sachandana Bilvapatram Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Esha Dhupaha Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Esha Deepaha Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Shwapakarana Naivedyam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Panarthodakam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Om Hrim Idam Punarajamaniyam Sarvadeva Devi Sarupaya Bhagavate Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha Arartrikam Karpuragauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Dhatayaravinде Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Aratrikam Samarpayami Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashivaya Charanakamalebhyo Namaha Pushpanjalihi Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Akhanda Mandala Karam Yaptam Yena Characharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Aneka Janma Samprapta Karma Bandha Vidahine Atmajnana Pradhanena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Mannatha Shri Jagannatho Madguru Shri Jagadguruhu Mamatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Nityanandam Paramasukadam केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि भगवत्श्री नित्यानन्द परमशिवचरणकमलेभ्यो नमः। ॐ नित्यानन्दम्। Next we will enter into the Pradhana Sankalpa. Please take a few flowers and akshata in your hands, clench your hands and knock the sides of your forehead along with the mantra. पुष्पाक्षते स्वीकृत्य शुक्लाम्बरधरमिति प्रार्थ्य शुक्लाम्बरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तयेत्। प्राणानायं या। Before we enter into the Pradhana Sankalpa, we request all the participants or Yajamans of today's Meenakshi Tirukalyanam to be seated with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Be seated in a space of deep gratitude and feeling connection with the incarnation of Somasundareshwara, Paramashiva and Devi Meenakshi, with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyanda Paramashivam. As we enter into the Pradhana Sankalpa, clasp your hands and place them on your right thigh. Create a strong visualization of the reality that you want to manifest through this offering of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. The Yajamans of today's Meenakshi Tirukalyanam are Balaji Srinivasan and family, Ma Govinda Priya and family, Srinitya Banahastananda and family, Ragini Annan and family, Sheng Ming So and family. Also, we have Yajamans who are offering the Alankara Seva to Devi Meenakshi Paramashiva Shakti on this auspicious occasion. Who are offering the Alankara Seva to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyanda Paramashivam, on this auspicious occasion of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. The Yajamans are Sona Kamat and family and Mridu Arya and family. Let us now enter into the Sankalpa. Om Namo Pata Samasta Duridakshayadvara Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashiva Prityartham Sri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Shubhe Shobhane Muhurte Adya Brahmanaha Dvitiya Parardhe Shri Shvetavaraha Kalpe Vaivasvatamanvantare Ashtavimshatitame Nitya Yuge Prathame Pade Jambudvipe Bharatavarshe Bharatakhande Meroho Dakshine Parshve Shakabde Asmin Vartamane Vyavaharike प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये क्रोधीनाम संवत्सरे उत्तरायणे लक्ष्मीवेङ्कटेश्वर ऋतौ मेषमासे शुक्लपक्षे त्रयोदश्यां शुभतिथौ भानुवासरयुक्तायाम् उत्तरफल्गुनी नक्षत्र व्याघतयोग कौलवकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ षडमर्षणगोत्रोद्भवस्य मृगशीर्षा नक्षत्रे ऋषभरासौ जातस्य बालाजी श्रीनिवासन्नामधेयस्य अनुषा श्रीनिवासन्नाम्याः रोहित गुप्ता नामधेयस्य लीला गुप्ता नाम्याः सूर्या गुप्ता नामधेयस्य हेलेन साव नाम्याः राघवन साव नामधेयस्य राधास्वामी नाम्याः श्रीनिवासन कोमंदूर नामधेयस्य आनंदमोहन नामधेयस्य वासुदेवन राघवाचारी नामधेयस्य वेंकटनाथन राघवाचारी नामधेयस्य केशव वासुदेवन राघवाचारी नामधेयस्य विवेक बंसाल नामधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य मानित्य गोविंद प्रिया नाम्याः फहफा मरीनो नामधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य श्रीनित्य बाणहस्तानंदा नामधेयस्य रॉजर क्लाइव पर्किस नामधेयस्य साइमन पर्किस नामधेयस्य सारा जेन लिंच पर्किस नाम्याः सकुटुंबस्य कश्यपगोत्रोद्भवायाः विशाखा नक्षत्रे तुलारासौ जातायाः रागिनी अन्नन्नाम्याः शची अलेक्जेंडर अन्नन्नाम्याः स्कॉट अन्नन्नामधेयस्य कोकिलाबेन आर पटेल नाम्याः भावेश आर पटेल नामधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य शेंग मिंगसो नाम्याः शेन शाओफू नामधेयस्य हु वेशन नाम्याः ह्यू दुन मिन नामधेयस्य शेंग वांग युवान नामधेयस्य शेंग हाओ यांग नामधेयस्य सकुटुंबस्य च श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामलापीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमण्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयाण गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्नकाहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा विजापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राणजीमूत परमतकलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपणशाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणानर्हार्ह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्यवाचक स्वामिनाम अवतारभूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्यरचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवसतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्याद्यनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक अनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्धाभिषिक्त चूड़ामणि साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अटल पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अटल पीठाधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरुकृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेमस्थैर्य वीर्य विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानाम् अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम समस्त दुरितोपशान्त्यर्थम समस्त मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थम भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षंबिकायाः परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षंबिकायाः तिरुकल्याण महोत्सवम् आचार्य मुखेन करिष्ये। ओम उपस्पृश्य Now we will be chanting the Sankalpa for the participants who have offered the Alankara Seva to the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam, on this auspicious occasion of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. Om Mamopatta Samasta Dhritakshya Dwara Bhagavat Sri Nityananda Paramashhiva Prityartham Sri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Sri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtajam Asyam Shubhatithau सोना कामत नाम जहा विनय कामत नाम धेजस्य इहन कामत नाम धेजस्य हंस कामत नाम धेजस्य इबन कामत नाम धेजस्य कोको नाम धेजस्य संदीप पंगरकर नाम धेजस्य संजोग पंगरकर नाम धेजस्य सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवायाः आर्द्रा नक्षत्रे मिथुनरासो जातायाः कालकालप्रिया नाम याः मृगशीर्षा नक्षत्रे मिथुनरासो जातस्य श्री पराशक्तिपुत्र नामधेयस्य नीलेश दल्वी नामधेयस्य आर्यन आर्या नामधेयस्य सरला रानी आर्या नाम याः गौरव आर्य नामधेयस्य सर अडील नाम याः सकुटुम्बस्य मनसेप्सित सकल सदभीष्टकाम्यार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम अलंग श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः अलंकार सेवाख्य कर्म करिष्ये। We will be chanting the Sankalpa for the participants who are offering the Mangalya Seva and the Tomala Seva in KAILASA, USA, Los Angeles. Om Mamopatta Samasta Duritakshe Dwara Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Vishishtaya Asyam Shubhatithau Nityananda Gotrodhavayaha पूसम नक्षत्रे कटकरासो जातायाः प्रेमा कोदंडरामन्नाम याः अश्विनी नक्षत्रे मेषरासो जातस्य श्री नित्य नटराजानंदा नामधेयस्य चित्रा नक्षत्रे तुलारासो जातायाः पूजा कुमार नाम याः तिरुवादिरै नक्षत्रे मिथुनरासो जातायाः दिव्या कुमार नाम याः उत्तर फल्गुनी नक्षत्रे कन्यारासो जातायाः कल्याणी नाम याः सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य मघा नक्षत्रे सिंहरासो जातस्य मुत्तुलिंगम नामधेयस्य अनुषाढा नक्षत्रे वृश्चिकरासो जातायाः मा आनंदकाश्मी नाम याः आविट्टम नक्षत्रे कन्यारासो जातस्य दाक्षन मुत्तुलिंगम नामधेयस्य चित्रा नक्षत्रे कन्यारासो जातायाः शोभना मुत्तुलिंगम नाम याः वायरिक नाम याः राया नाम याः सकुटुम्बस्य च श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम सर्व मंगल अवाप्त्यर्थम चिंतित मनोरथ फल अवाप्त्यर्थम च मांगल्यदान सेवां च करिष्ये ओम अप उपस्पृश्य ओम ममोपात समस्त दुरितक्षय द्वारा भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव प्रीत्यर्थ मध्य पूर्वोक्त एवं गुण विशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य हस्ता नक्षत्रे कन्या रासौ जातस्य स्टर्लिंग कॉजी नामधेयस्य डियाना बोवेन नामजः बिल कॉजी नामधेयस्य बिली कॉजी नामधेयस्य कायल कॉजी नामधेयस्य हेदर नॉरिस नामयाः सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवायाः चित्रा नक्षत्रे तुला रासौ जातायाः पूजा कुमार नामयाः उसम नक्षत्रे कटकरासौ जातायाः प्रेमा कोदंडरामन नामयाः तिरुवादिरे नक्षत्रे मिथुनरासौ जातायाः दिव्या कुमार नामयाः अश्विनी नक्षत्रे मेषरासौ जातस्य श्री नित्यनटराजानन्दा नामधेयस्य उत्तरफल्गुनी नक्षत्रे कन्या रासौ जातायाः कल्याणी कोदंडरामन नामयाः सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य हुं क्वांगान नामधेयस्य मा नित्यब्रह्मात्मा नामयाः चिंग शित ज्ञान नामधेयस्य लाई हिंग सांग नामयाः वाई का ज्ञान नामयाः हुं लाम ज्ञान नामधेयस्य सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य डैनियल क्यूरेट नामधेयस्य एंड्रू ज़ैगमंट नामधेयस्य सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवस्य श्री निर्गुणदेवन नामधेयस्य लेस अमेर नामधेयस्य हेडी अमेर नामयाः हरोल्ड अमेर नामधेयस्य सकुटुम्बस्य नित्यानंद गोत्रोद्भवायाः उत्तराधर्म नक्षत्रे कन्या रासौ जातायाः दर्शना नामयाः माइक नामधेयस्य महानक्षत्रे सिंहरासौ जातस्य ईशान नामधेयस्य कृत्तिका नक्षत्रे मेषरासौ जातायाः अनका नामयाः सकुटुम्बस्य च मनसेप्सित सकलसदभीष्टकाम्यार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूप भगवत् श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव परिपूर्ण कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थं च तोमाल सेवां च करिष्ये ओम अप उपस्पृश्य We will now be continuing with the further Purvanga Puja, the preliminary rituals of the Tirukalyanotsavam, continuing with the Punyaha Vachanam. Vigneshrethasthanam pratisthapya Om Namo Vratapataye Namo Ganapataye Namah Pramathapataye Namaste Astu Lambodaraja Ekadantaja Vignavinashine शिवसुताय श्रीवरदमूर्तये नमः आवाहित श्री सुमुखं विघ्नेश्वरथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च ओम गं गणपतये स्वाहा यथास्थानं प्रतिष्ठापयामि वरांग मुखार्घ्यं दत्त्वा पुण्यवचनकलशे षडुत्थासनम् अभ्यर्च्य ओम हां अनन्ताय नमः ओम हां धर्माय नमः ओम हां ज्ञानाय नमः ओम हां वैराग्याय नमः ओम हां ऐश्वर्याय नमः ओम हां पद्माय नमः पद्मस्योपरि ओम वं वरुणासनाय नमः ओम वं वरुणमूर्तये नमः ओम नागपाशधरं मृष्टं रत्नौघद्युतिविग्रहं शशाङ्कधवलं ध्यायेद् वरुणं मकरासनम् ओम वरुणाय विद्यादेहाय नमः वं वरनेत्राभ्यां नमः इमं मे वरुणश्रुतिहवमद्या च मृडया त्वामवस्युराचके तत्त्वायामि ब्रह्मणा वन्दमानस्तदाशास्ते यजमानो हविर्भिः अहेडमानो वरुणे हबोद्धूर्षिकं समान आयुः प्रमोषीः ओम वं वरुणाय नमः ध्यायामि आवाहयामि त्यावाहनस्थापन सन्निधान सन्निरोधन दिग्बन्धनावकुण्ठन तालत्रयधेनु मकर नमस्कार मुद्राः प्रदर्श्य ओम वं वरुणाय नमः पादयोः पाद्यं समर्पयामि ओम वं वरुणाय स्वधा मुखे आचमनं समर्पयामि ओम वं वरुणाय स्वाहा शिरसि अर्घ्यं समर्पयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः स्नानं समर्पयामि स्नानानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि वस्त्रयज्ञोपवीत उत्तरीयाभरणार्थम् अक्षतान् समर्पयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः गन्धान् धारयामि गन्धस्योपरि हरिद्राकुङ्कुमचूर्णं समर्पयामि पुष्पाणि पूजयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः ओम प्रचेतसे नमः ओम वं स्वरूपिणे नमः ओम वं अवांपतये नमः ओम वं मकरवाहनाय नमः ओम वं जलाधिपतये नमः ओम तीर्थराजाय नमः ओम वं पाशहस्ताय नमः ओम वं वरुणाय नमः नानाविधपरिमलपत्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि अथ धूपः ओम वं वरुणाय नमः धूपमाघ्रापयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः दीपं संदर्शयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि देवस्य त्वा सवितुप्रसवेश्विनोर्बाहुभ्यां पूष्णो हस्ताभ्याम् ओम वं वरुणाय नमः अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि पूगीफलसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलेर्युतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं प्रतिगृह्यतां ताम्बूलार्थमक्षतान् समर्पयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः स्वर्णपुष्पं समर्पयामि नीराजनम् ओम जम्भकाय विद्महे पाशहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुण प्रचोदयात् ओम जम्भकाय विद्महे पाशहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुण प्रचोदयात् ओम जम्भकाय विद्महे पाशहस्ताय धीमहि तन्नो वरुण प्रचोदयात् ओम वरुणाय नमः कर्पूरनीराजनं सन्दर्शयामि रक्षान् धारयामि ओम वं वरुणाय नमः पुष्पाञ्जलिं समर्पयामि मूलमन्त्रमिताशक्ति जप्त्वा ओम गुह्यातिगुह्य गोप्ता त्वं ग्रहाणास्मत्कृतं जपं सिद्धिर्भवतु मे देव त्वत्प्रसादाज्जलाधिप जपं समर्प्य दर्भमुष्ट्या वर्णकुम्भं संस्पृश्य अस्मिन् पुण्यहोचरजपकर्मणि सर्वेभ्यो ब्राह्मणेभ्यो नमः भवद्भिरनुज्ञातः पुण्यं पुण्यहं वाचयिष्ये ओम वाचितामोमापः शिवापः सन्तो ओम गन्धाः सुगन्धाः पान्तो ओम समरसः सौमनस्समस्तो अक्षतमक्षतञ्चारिष्टहञ्चास्तो अन्वाहार्यः सोमन्वाहार्योऽस्तु ओम दक्षिणाः षष्टिदक्षिणाः पान्तो बहुदेयमस्तु इडा देवहोर्मनुर्यज्ञनी बृहस्पतिरुक्तामथानि संशिषद् विश्वे देवासो उक्तवाच पृथिवीमा तर्मामाहिगुं सेर्मधुमनिष्ये मधुजनिष्ये मधुभक्ष्यामि विमधुमतिष्यामि विमधुमतीं देवेभ्यो वाचमुद्यासुगुं सुश्रु श्रेण्या मनुष्येभ्यस्तमा देवा अवन्तु शोभायै पितरो नमदन्तो मनस्समाधीयतां समाहितमनसस्मः प्रसीदन्तु भवन्तः प्रसन्नाः स्मः शान्तिः अस्तु पुष्टिः अस्तु तुष्टिः अस्तु वृद्धिः अस्तु अविघ्नम् अस्तु आयुष्यम् अस्तु आरोग्यम् अस्तु अचलमैश्वर्यम् अस्तु धनधान्यसमृद्धिः अस्तु गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभं भवतु ऐशान्यां बहिर्देशे अरिष्टनिरसनमस्तु आग्नेयां यत्पापं तत्प्रतिहतमस्तु सर्वाः सम्पदः सन्तु सर्वशोभनं भवतु पुण्याः कालो वाच्यतां पुण्याहं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो ओम पुण्याहं स्वस्तिं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो ओम स्वस्तिः वृद्धिं भवन्तो भ्रुवन्तो कर्म रिद्धतां रिद्धिः समृद्धिः अस्तु पुण्याः समृद्धिः अस्तु शुभं कर्म अस्तु महादेवः प्रियतां प्रियतां भगवान् महादेवः ओम हिरण्यवर्णाशुच यः पावकायासु जातः कश्यपोयासुन्द्रः अग्नेया गर्भं दध्रेव रूपास्तान आपश्यग्स्यो न भवन्तो या सागुं राजा वरुणो याति मध्ये सत्यानते अवश्यं जनानां मधुश्च यो याः पावकास्तान आपश्यग्स्यो न भवन्तो या सा आं देवादिवि कृण्वन्ति भक्षण्या अन्तरिक्षे बहुधा भवन्ति याः पृथिवीं पयसोन्दन्ति शुक्रासन आपश्यग्स्यो न भवन्तो शिवेन माचक्षुषा पश्यता पश्यव्या तनुवोपस्पृशदत्वचं मे सर्वागुम अग्निगुम रप्सिशिदोभे वोमयिवर्चोबलमो जोनिदत्त पवमानस्सु वर्जनः पवित्रेण विचर्षणिः यः पोतासुपुनात्मा पुनन्तमा देवदनाः पुनन्तमनवोधिया पुनन्त विश्व आजवः जातवेदः पवित्रपदे पवित्रेण पुनाहिमा शुक्रेण देवदीद्यते अग्ने कृत्वा क्रतुगुम्रणो यत्ते पवित्रमर्चिषि अग्ने विततमन्तरा ब्रह्मत्तेन मुनीमहे भाभ्यां देवसविधः पवित्रेण समेन च इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे ऐश्वदेवी पुनति देव्यागात् यस्य बह्वी स्तन्वो भीतपृष्टाः तया मदन्तसधमाद्येषु वयग्स्यामपतयोरयीनाम् वैशानरो रश्मिभिर्मापनातो वातः प्राणेने शिरोमयो भूः द्यावा पृथिवीपति सापयोभिः वृतावरी यज्ञे मापनीतां बृहद्भिः सवितस्त्रिभिः वर्षिष्ठैर्देवमन्मभिः अग्ने दक्षैः पुनाहिमा येन देवा अवनत येनापो दिव्यङ्कषः तेन दिव्येन ब्रह्मणा इदं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे यः पापमानीरध्येति ऋषिभिः संवृतं रसं सर्वपुंसपूतमश्नाति स्वदितं मातरिष्वना पावमानीर्यो अध्येति ऋषिभिः संवृतं रसं तस्मै सरस्वीदुहे क्षीरकं सर्पर्मधूतकं पावमानी सस्यैनीः सुदुगाहि पयस्वतीः ऋषिभिः संवृतो रसः ब्राह्मणे शमृतकं हितं पावमानीर्तिशन्तुनः इमं लोकमथो अमुं कामान् समर्धयन्तुनः देवीर्देवैः समाभृताः पावमानी स्वस्ययनीः सुदुघाहि घृतश्च्युतः ऋषिभिः संभृतो रसः ब्राह्मणे शमृतकं हितं येन देवाः पवित्रेण आत्मानं पुनते सदा तेन सहस्रधारेण पावमान्यः पुनन्तमा प्राजापत्यं पवित्रं शतोद्यामकं हिरण्मयं तेन ब्रह्मविदो वयं पूतं ब्रह्म पुनीमहे इन्द्रसुनीति समापनातो सोमस्वस्यावरणस्यमीच्या यमो राजा अपरमृणाभिः पुनातमा जातवेदा मूर्जयन्त्यापनातो भूर्भुवः स्वः तच्छंयोरावृणीमहे गातुं यज्ञाय गातुं यज्ञपतये दैवी स्वस्तिरस्तुनः स्वस्तिर्मानुषेभ्यः ऊर्ध्वं जिगातु भेषजं षण्णो अस्तु द्विपदे शं चतुष्पदे ओम शांति शांति शांतिः सकल तीर्थादित्यं परमथास्थानमधिष्ठापयामि शोभनार्थे क्षेमाय पुनरागमनाय च सकलाराधनैः सुवर्धितम् ओम वरुणाय स्वाहा यथास्थानमधिष्ठापयामि
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वदी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि. नित्यानन्दं.
Nityananda everyone. So now first thing now we have finished the Punyahachanam. Please remove coconut and mango leaves and we sprinkle the water all around. Okay. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavasthangato viva. Yes, paretam pamishanam sabhakhya bhankarashya.
Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramashhivam, as he is going to be gracing us in a few moments from now. What is the best way to receive, especially at the time when the celestial deities are all having the wedding? What is the best way to receive them? They are coming together in a cosmic matrimony that is going to be able to bless all of our relationships to be the most blissful, the most complete, and the most successful. Whether it is the wealth that you want to manifest, whether it is the happiness and joy that you want to manifest, whether you want to create so much of possibility for enlightenment for everyone. Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi both are so unique individuals. Somasundareshwara himself is Paramashiva, who came to our world, who came to Madurai and lived amongst us and liberated people in the most simple and beautiful ways. He is in his way raising everyone to the higher consciousness. That is even why the whole Kalyanam happens. Paramashiva manifests in the life of Meenakshi and raises the consciousness of the whole universe. And Devi Meenakshi, because of her devotion, because of her valor and courage, brought Somasundareshwara into our lives. So it's a beautiful chance to give our gratitude and celebrate this auspicious moment. We're going to be looking into some of the beautiful vows taken in the Hindu marriage. Of course, if you are married or not married or looking to have a more strength in your marriage, or you all want to make a success in your marriage, it doesn't matter, because the vows of the Hindu marriage are so significant that they can inspire anyone to advance themselves in any relationship with anybody they want. Whether it is your mother or father, sibling or colleague or co-worker, these values are so beautiful and they can bring so much of depth whenever you want to relate with someone else. And they are always based on the dharma, which is to lead us to the oneness with Paramashiva. So we're going to be going through those 7 vows and understanding the important vows of the Hindu Saptapati. Taking these vows, whether it is for ourselves and promising for those who loved ones around us, it is the most opportune moment in this Kalyanam. So this is how we're going to be getting ourselves ready. And of course, after we have the Kalyanam rituals begin, and we're going to be seeing the live from Kailasas around the world and the main Tirukalyanotsavam happening from Madurai itself. As we see this, we learn the story of how these very vows are embodied and exemplified in the very narrative of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara. So the first thing that we need to understand is life is for others. We need to live a life to fulfill the other person in a marriage or in any relationship that you want. We have to dedicate our life to fulfilling the other person. Both people in a couple or in a marriage should understand this ultimate truth and the ultimate goal in life, to reach Paramashiva, to live enlightened. And we should help each other, putting enlightenment as the first priority in the relationship. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has spoken so much about the difference between situationship and relationship. A real relationship is with Paramashiva. And when you can relate with everyone and everything as Paramashiva, you have put enlightenment as the priority. You will see that when you do this, such beautiful bliss, peace, and non-violence will manifest in your relationship. And you'll have a clear, beautiful purpose for living with each other in your life. The togetherness will be so friendly and beautiful. From morning till night, every action you do would be out of compassion, out of keeping the other as the focus. In that way, forgetting your ego, forgetting yourself in just the action of compassion.
Next is empowering each other with that love. That space of love, when a human being empowers you with love, when you are empowered with the love, you experience certain amount of completion happening in you. That completion is so powerful that you are ready to give up anything for that completion. You are ready to give up anything to have that completion in your life. This is the psychology, if you see, of the love marriage. This is not science. It is the psychology that builds when you are having a love marriage. If you understand that this empowers both of you, empowers each other, if you empower each other by going into that relationship, by you manifesting the higher self of yourself through the other person, and the other person manifesting the higher self, which is the enlightenment for each other, through you. That is what is called a science. The Hindu marriage system is a way to empower each other with love, to expand yourself, to become that higher consciousness, to experience that higher states of consciousness. And when that happens, there is no enmity between each other, or there is no incompletion between each other. You are neither using the other person, nor the other person is using you. Both of you are evolving with that space of completion, empowering each other with that space of love to achieve the higher space, and both of the married couples are successful. Being the cause for the other person's success, being the power with that love, empowering each other to experience that success. That is what this is.
The next is growing together and allowing each other to grow. Basically, human beings have a high possibility of growth in all fields, spiritually, mentally, economically, and we have that possibilities within us. If both people in a marriage or in a partnership or in anyone you want to have a relationship seriously with, to make something happen, to be something or in some way successful, it can also be a colleague, or it can also be with your own boss. But when both people decide the possibility and decide never to deny each other the space to grow, it is like living like a rishi, giving enlightenment as a priority and letting people mature to that ideal. So both have to agree that our tastes have to mature in a relationship. It should be that maturing to the idea that oneness with Paramashiva, having the enlightenment as the center, that maturing should be the center of the relationship. And if it is done in this way, especially in a marriage, it is a very successful and it will be an amazing relationship. And every level and at every step, when a person is able to grow, mature, it should be a celebration. Moment to moment, day by day, wherever it may be, celebrating this person's growth, being there for that person. If this understanding is brought between two people, just this one understanding, that me shedding more of my old skin and you also shedding more of your older skin, and going to make us relieved of any suffering, any possessiveness, jealousy, or any of the lower level emotions that can be shed by removing the old skin, literally cleansing our biomemory and muscle memory through the aspiration to be in oneness with Paramashiva, to work with each other, to live the Charya Pada that Swamiji gives. When we decide this, we decide to shed the old skin and in this way become new for each other and better relate with each other and celebrate togetherness more joyfully. This can make marriage as a real marriage, just like Meenakshi and Sundareshwara. If this understanding comes, it will be a success. So all of the 7 vows of the Saptabati, we have 7 beautiful vows in Sanatana Hindu Dharma that are taken at the time of the Kalyanam. And in fact, we're going to be learning the story. Paramashiva himself came and took these vows with Meenakshi Devi at the time of the wedding. And he himself subscribed this in the Agamas for all of us to do. And he came and told, this is also something everyone can also do. And I myself am going to follow the Agamas that I myself did. And beautifully, as an example himself, he sets how to live the dharmic life and with another person, and finally lead us both to the oneness with Paramashiva. And the 7 sacred vows of Saptapati are the core of any Hindu wedding, when the bride and the groom commit to each other to support each other in every aspect of their life. And we're going to be now taking you through these 7 vows. Whether you're married or not, whether you are looking for a marriage or blessings, you have come to the wedding today to have the blessings of Meenakshi Sundareshwara and Swamiji, to have powerful relationships. Of course, everyone in the Paramashivam program have been working on the completions and in marriage or in relationships. But this is the opportune moment. Even if you're just a random visitor to our YouTube channel or our social media platform and just getting to know about what's going on, this is actually an auspicious moment for you. You are at the right place right now. Just follow along with us as we read out to you these sacred vows that really empower those who are in marriage and also anybody who wants to create successful relationships in their life, to create a better world for everyone.
Yes. So these 7 vows, the sacred Saptapadi, are the core of the Sanatana Hindu Dharma. They are the foundation for any marriage, any Hindu marriage. These 7 vows are the core principles from which the married life, they lead the married life. And this is what sculpts the entire life after the marriage. So now we'll be going through all of those 7 vows one by one, and you can cognize these 7 vows and understand them by repeating them after us. So you can repeat these 7 vows inside your external, you can repeat them and cognize these 7 vows one by one and understand the powerful, each of these are powerful cognitions given by Paramashiva himself, which Paramashiva himself took during the marriage with Devi Meenakshi, the marriage between Devi Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara. So this is what each one of us are going to be taking up and deciding all of these powerful cognitions.
So the first vow we'll be repeating for you as well, so you can repeat along with us. Let us take the first step.
Let us take the first step.
To provide for our household.
To provide for our household.
A nourishing and pure diet.
A nourishing and a pure diet.
Avoiding those foods injurious to healthy living.
Avoiding those foods injurious to healthy living.
The second vow. Let us take the second step.
Let us take the second step.
To develop physical, mental and spiritual powers.
To develop physical, mental and spiritual powers.
The third vow. Let us take the third step.
Let us take the third step.
To increase our wealth by righteous means.
To increase our wealth by righteous means.
And proper use.
And proper use.
Let's now take the fourth vow. Let us take the fourth step.
Let us take the fourth step.
To acquire knowledge, happiness and harmony.
To acquire knowledge, happiness and harmony.
By mutual love and trust.
By mutual love and trust.
The fifth vow. Let us take the fifth step.
Let us take the fifth step.
To be blessed with strong, virtuous and enlightened children.
To be blessed with strong, virtuous and enlightened children.
The sixth vow. Let us take the sixth step. To cultivate.
Let us take the sixth step to cultivate
self-restraint and longevity.
Self-restraint and longevity.
The seventh vow. Let us take the seventh step.
Let us take the seventh step.
To be true companions.
To be true companions.
And remain
in
lifelong partners by this wedlock.
And remain lifelong partners by this wedlock.
So these are the 7 vows of the Saptapadi. And this is how much you want to also commit to those around you in your life. Once you know that this person is Paramashiva, this person has the possibility of experiencing himself as Paramashiva, then you can give that person your life, because life is for others, and manifest so much of deep compassion, joy, and friendliness to be able to help that other person mature and grow. And in the same way, the same becomes a possibility for yourself. And in this way, through relationships, Paramashiva guides all of us in the scriptures and the agamas how to live enlightened, blissful lives. Now, we're going to be getting into a short meditation technique as we also prepare ourselves to welcome the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and the continued rituals of the Kalyana Utsavam. The festival of the Meenakshi Kalyanam is underway in Kailasas around the world, where we are witnessing the Purvanga Pujas happening, where puja is being offered, invoking the presence of Vigneshwara, Mahaganavadi, to remove all the obstacles, purifying the water through the Punya Havachanam, and sanctifying the whole space and creating the Kailasa ambience through the Kriyas, rituals, mantras, and pranayama techniques. Then we are invoking the Kalashas of Paramashiva, and even going to now do the Agni Karyam, the fire ceremony, as it is before fire that all of these major life decisions are made. In front of Agni, when you decide that your life is for others, your life is to create possibility for yourself and for others to realize their Paramashivatva, Agni is the Sakshi, Agni is the witness. So the rituals, the sacred rituals are all underway. Let us now take a few moments and bring ourselves into experiencing the reality of overflowing love that exists within us. That love that Paramashiva has is a reality for us. So let us experience that inside of us. Please sit comfortably by yourself. You can close your eyes and focus on your heart region. Exclude everything else. Focus only on the heart and visualize your heart as an endless ocean from where the auspicious blessings are overflowing. Feel every heartbeat deeply. Let every heartbeat resound throughout your body. Between each of the heartbeats, feel the energy of love happening. In the deepest parts of your body, mind and soul, the love energy is waiting to be acknowledged. Invite the love energy of the heart to flow and fill these deepest parts of your body, mind and soul. We have come to the ritual in the Kalyanotsavam of the Agni Karyam. We will be invoking the sacred Agni. Witness the rituals in a deep, receptive way. In this auspicious moment, when the fire is invoked, Paramashiva himself is available to us through all of the raw elements of nature. The fire rejuvenates us and instills deep completion in our muscle and biomemories. We will now begin the Agni Karyam.
ஆனந்த கணபதியை துதித்து ஆனந்தேஸ்வரரையும் ஆனந்தேஸ்வரியையும் வர்ணித்து ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே அண்ணாமலையோனே ஆதிசிவரூபா அண்ணாமலையோனே ஆதிசிவரூபா ஆனந்தபுரியமர்ந்து ஞானம் தரும் சீதா ஆனந்தேஸ்வரா ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்த ஈசனவன் மடி மீது அமர்ந்து ஆனந்த ஈசனவன் மடி மீது அமர்ந்து அகிலம் தன்னை காக்கும் அன்னையன எழுந்த ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே வாழையடி வாழையன ஞான குலம் தழைக்க வாழையடி வாழையன ஞான குலம் தழைக்க குலையோடு வாழை மரம் பந்தலிலே பூட்ட ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி கல்யாண வைபோகமே
Nithyanandam. Kailasa welcomes you to the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam celebrations. Today, with the divine grace, presence, and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyanaanda Paramashivamam, who is the 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam of the Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, the very Madurai Samrajyam. Here today, all of the deities of the cosmos have gathered to witness the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. The Agamas describe the weddings for the deities that they should happen in the midnight or in the daytime. Amidst all of the celestial weddings and the wedding ceremonies of the deities amongst the Hindu pantheon, the Meenakshi Kalyanam is unique because it happens at the very daytime hour. This is a celestial wedding where the cosmic feminine, Devi Paramashiva Shakti herself, came as Meenakshi. She conquered and ruled the whole universe from the city of Madurai and got married to the embodiment of Paramashiva, Somasundareshwara himself. He came out of the Garbha Mandir of Madurai, Meenakshi temple, and married Devi Meenakshi. As Sundara Pandian, he and Meenakshi ruled the whole universe from Madurai for a very long time. This happening of the Meenakshi Kalyanam is a very unique because in Devi's first incarnation as Sati, her father Daksha opposed her marriage with Paramashiva. Then again, in her incarnation as Parvati, her mother was not in favor of Parvati's marriage to Paramashiva. It is only in this wedding where both the blessings of her father and mother are there. Both the blessings of Malayadwaja Pandian and Devi Kanchanamala were there for the wedding of Devi Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara Swami. Another unique component in this Meenakshi Kalyanam is that previously Devi would go and live in Kailasa with Paramashiva. It is in this Meenakshi Kalyanam and in this very narrative that Paramashiva came and lived with Meenakshi Devi in the city of Madurai. The Kanyaka Danam is a ceremony within the marriage, handing over the daughter to the groom, and the daughter formally leaves her childhood home to live with her husband. But in this Meenakshi Kalyanam, the Kanyadanam is done. Devi Meenakshi is handed over to Somasundareshwara, but remains in the city of Madurai, where Paramashiva himself comes to live. Today is the 10th day of the Chittirai Peruvizha Brahmotsavam, the Meenakshi Brahmotsavam. During the Uttara Palguni Nakshatram, Devi Meenakshi weds Somasundareshwara Swami himself. We are indeed blessed and fortunate that the very embodiment of Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara, our beloved Bhagavan, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivamam, is present and is gracing this grand event of Kailasa's Meenakshi Tirukalyanotsavam. It is in this auspicious Muhurta between 8:30 a.m. to 8:59 a.m. the auspicious Mangalya dharana will be happening. Then there is another unique component in this marriage. In Kailasas around the world, two priests representing Meenakshi and Sundareshwara will be enacting the whole marriage ceremony. We will be invoking Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi in the priests, and they will be offering the wedding to the deities of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara also. At this divine time, with joy, devotion, and intense Shakti Pada at the divine lotus feet of our beloved Bhagavan, we will now be witnessing the rituals. Let us now enter into the Leela Dhyana, getting to know the very story of Devi Meenakshi, Paramashiva Shakti. As soon as Devi Meenakshi became the queen of Madurai, she began conquering all the direction, all the heads of the states, all of the celestial beings protecting the various aspects of the cosmos had immediately surrendered to her upon seeing her magnificence. She has graced the whole cosmos with her Divya Drishti, her divine grace, removed the suffering and blessed as she conquered the whole cosmos. Just by conquering the whole Bhumandala, she continued to the Svargama Loka and conquered Indra. Tyaktva vajram vahanam cha natva sakrena bhiruna samarpitam kalpavriksham kamadenum pragirhya cha chintamani kritamalam amaranam cha durlabham paschadhagneha purinam jitva pradati havirbuja divyavastranya sarvani mahadiptyutani cha vahanani cha ratnani kanchanani bahuni cha. Devi conquered all of the worlds. She conquered Dharmaraja, Kubera, all of the Lokapalakas, protectors of all of the directions. And she reached Kailasa. There in Kailasa, she wages war on the Ganas, the Shiva Ganas, and all of the Ganas surrender to her. Seeing her and seeing the Ganas surrender to her, Nandikeshwara Swami, the chief of the Ganas, he himself came before her, and he could not sustain the great power that Devi was emanating. He too surrendered to Devi. Tadanimeva sahasa halasyesho dayanidhihi swayamam vesena nirgatya mahalinga maheshwaraha taptakanchana sankasho mahatejas samanvitaha saundrasya nargato bhuta purnachandranibhananaha. The Halasyanatha Swami, Somasundareshwara Paramashiva himself, comes out of the Moola Linga in the Garbhagriha of the Somasundareshwara Sannidhi. He was having a bright golden radiance. He had intense brilliance radiating from his body. He was so handsome and his face was so pleasing, just like the glowing full moon. Tata takati saundarya samana varaveshanam. The extreme beauty of Devi Meenakshi matched that of Somasundareshwara. Shodashabdikrita sambhu Swaralakshana lakshitaha Kirita kundaladyescha Bhushane alankritaha Divyambe divyagandehi Divyapushpe shushobitaha. Paramashiva emerged out of the Moola as a young 16-year-old boy, the youth of the 16-year-old boy, and wearing all of the ornaments of the Kirita and the Kundala, the grand gem-studded crown and the magnificent earrings. Paramashiva came towards Devi Paramashiva Shakti, Tatataka, with the intention to hold the hands of Devi. Wherever Devi Paramashiva Shakti went, Paramashiva followed her with an intention to marry her. All the Ganas, Nandikeshwara Swami, go and complain to Paramashiva, please save us. There is this one girl who has 3 breasts, who is continuously conquering and not leaving us alone. Paramashiva consoles them and tells that he will go and win over her. With an intense desire to marry Devi Paramashiva Shakti, he himself goes and faces Devi Meenakshi. And then, when Paramashiva appeared in front of Devi Tatataka, who had 3 breasts, the 3rd breast disappeared. On seeing her 3rd breast disappear, her mantri, her minister, Sumati, informed Devi Tatataka, Devi Meenakshi, whispering into her ear, "O Devi, he is your husband. See, your 3rd breast has disappeared." Upon realizing this, Devi Meenakshi immediately dropped her bow and arrow, and she turned into a deep, blushful mood. Out of deep feelings of love and deep feeling connection with Paramashiva, she had the darshan of Paramashiva, who was having Nagaraja on his body, who was wearing the tiger cloth on his body. He had the grand Yajñopavita, and he was wearing a deep, graceful look. She was astonished and stood unmoved as her 3rd breast disappeared. It was told by Paramashiva himself when she was born that upon meeting him, her 3rd breast would disappear. She merged into deep oneness and love with Paramashiva at that very moment, immediately. Paramashiva says, "I will marry you with the consent of your mother. Now quickly go back." Immediately, Devi Tatataka comes back to the city of Madurai. The moment she had the darshan of Somasundareshwara Swami, her 3rd breast disappeared, and she realized her incarnationhood. She realized that she is Devi Paramashiva Shakti herself, and she has manifested in the world to enlighten everyone. Just by her eyesight, just like how a fish with its eyesight is able to make the eggs, her eggs, hatch, in the same way, Devi Meenakshi enlightens all of us with her mere corner sight. Hence, she is called Meenakshi. The whole city of Madurai was completely decorated for the marriage of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara. That Halasyanadar, Somasundareshwara, he himself emerged from the Mula Linga. He came seated on the grand Vrishabhavahana, wearing all the jewels and dressed up like a bridegroom, and at the right muhurta came to marry Devi Meenakshi. To attend this celestial wedding, all the deities like Brahma, Saraswati, Mahavishnu, Mahalakshmi, everyone started coming. They all came in their grand vehicles, Garuda, Hamsa, and arrived in the city of Madurai. All the celestial beings came for the wedding. They offered many different gifts from the various dimensions of the cosmos to Paramashiva. All the Munivaras, sages, saints, rishis, the neighbors of the Pandya Desha, the neighboring kings also came to attend this grand wedding. All the golden ornaments, Navaratnas, gems, and gifts were brought and given to Paramashiva. All of the celestial beings in all the lokas came and offered these items and surrendered and bowed down to Paramashiva. Finally, Devi Meenakshi's mother, Kanchanamala, herself welcomed Paramashiva, offered the Maha Aarti with the Kunkuma to Somasundareshwara. Then Devi Kanchanamala, the mother of Meenakshi, requests Bhagavan Paramashiva, O Bhagavan, please accept my daughter as your wife, and you yourself reside in the city of Madurai and rule the Pandya Desha. Immediately, Somasundareshwara Swami accepted with a blissful smile. Paramashiva was given all the due respect of a guest. Devi Kanchanamala arranged as per the Vedas how an honored guest should be received. She received Paramashiva and welcomed him as the Atithi. Then Lord Brahma, the creator of the cosmos, performed the Homa. Narada and all of the Gandharvas sang the most magnificent songs from all of the corners of the cosmos. Maha Saraswati herself took care of Devi Meenakshi and gave her the traditional bath. Devi Mahalakshmi dressed and adorned the bride, Devi Meenakshi herself. Then Mahalakshmi and Saraswati brought Meenakshi to Somasundareshwara Swami into the Kalyana Mandapam. There, Mahavishnu says, Devi Meenakshi is verily my own energy. She is the Vishnu Maya herself. Hence, I myself will do the Kanyaka Dharanam with the water. Hence, as the brother of Meenakshi, Mahavishnu, along with her mother Kanchanamala, do the Kanyaka Dharanam. Among the 16 danas in Sanatana Hindu Dharma, the Kanya Dana is one of the most auspicious. Imparting with one of the most precious treasures of one's life, one's own sister, one's own daughter, is one of the most sacred offerings. Samantre vachaiva mangalyam sarvalokadi mangalam babanda bandhu reke kante khanta bhushana nirantare. Paramashiva tied the Mangalya Sutra around the neck of Devi Tatataka, Meenakshi herself. The Mangalya Sutra is the embodiment of all the auspiciousness in all of the worlds. At the auspicious moment, we are today going to witness this auspicious happening. Both Paramashiva and Meenakshi went through the rituals that Paramashiva himself prescribed in the Agamas with all of the mantras and the kriyas. Paramashiva, Somasundareshwara, tied the Mangalya Sutra. He did the Lajahomam with Devi and also the Ashmarohanam, stepping on the grinding stone, that is the Amikkal. Paramashiva blessed the whole world along with Devi, placing his foot with hers on the Ashmarohanam. And he also placed his foot along with Devi and walked the 7 steps of Saptapati, which is taken by every bride and groom in the traditional Hindu marriage. All the beings who came to the marriage ceremony offered so many gifts at the feet of Somasundareshwara, Paramashiva and Devi Meenakshi. After the grand marriage ceremony, Somasundareshwara Paramashiva ruled the whole cosmos along with Devi Paramashiva Shakti. This is the very Leela Dhyana of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. Bhudva nityam sevete yassarvabhistama vapnuyat Leela tatakayascha vivahya cha panchami. For the ones who listen to this chapter on the happening of the divine marriage of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, all of their desires are fulfilled. Mayadhyasamakhyatitha sarvasampatkari sadha sakritchannava matrena sarvakalyanakarani sarvopadrava samhartri shrotrinam patatham sadha. Listening to this very story bestows all the prosperity on us. It manifests all the auspiciousness in our lives, and it destroys all the enmity and violence. Hence, let us now witness the divine wedding ceremony enacted by the priests in Kailasa's temples all around the world. we will now begin the rituals of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. The first ritual is the Raksha, the Kankana Dharanam. We will now offer the Raksha Bandhan to Meenakshi Devi and Somasundareshwara Paramashiva.
Om Brahatsamakshatra-bhrit-vriddha-vrishniyam Trishtu-bhaudashubhitamugraviram Indrastomena panchadashena madhyamidam vatena sagarena rakshandharayami.
Kankana Dharanam is the tying of the sacred thread to invoke all of the protective energies. Within this sacred thread, the protective energies of all of the guardian deities of Kailasa have been invoked. They are tied to the right hand of Somasundareshwara and the left hand of Devi Meenakshi. Declares in the Agamas that every action should be done with the mantras. We are now witnessing the offering of the Kankana to the Acharyas, the priests who are enacting Meenakshi Sundareshwara, as well as to the deities of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara in Kailasa's temples around the world. Now we'll be offering the Kanyadanam, handing over the bride Meenakshi Devi to Somasundareshwara.
Om Kanyam Kanakasampannam Kanakabharanairyutam Dasyami Shambhave Tubhyam Brahmaloka Jigishajam Vishwambhara Sarvabhuta Sakshino Sarvadevataha Imam Kanyam Pradasyami Pitrunam Taranaya cha Kanye Mamagrato Bhujah Kanye Me Bhava Parshvajoh Kanye me sarvato bhujat tvaddānān mokshamāpnujām.
Holding the coconut, the priests enacting the Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi. Meenakshi's hands are held inside the hands of Somasundareshwara and placed there rightly by Mahavishnu, who pours the sacred waters from his Kamandalu. The wedding gifts are presented Meenakshi and Somasundareshwara's families bring the choicest silks. The new clothing, vastras, are offered to Somasundareshwara and Meenakshi Devi.
ॐ हिरण्यवर्णां हरिणीं सुवर्णरजतस्रजां चन्द्रां हिरण्मयीं लक्ष्मीं जातवेदो महावः तां महावः जातवेदो लक्ष्मीमनपगामिनीं यस्यां हिरण्यं विन्देयं गामश्वं पुरुषानहम् अश्वपूर्वां रथमध्यां हस्तिनादप्रबोधिनीं श्रियं देवीमुपह्वये श्रीर्मार्देवीजुषतां कांसोऽस्मितां हिरण्यप्राकारामार्द्रां ज्वलन्तीं तृप्तां तर्पयन्तीं पद्मे स्थितां पद्मवर्णां तामिहोपह्वये श्रियम्.
All of us witnessing this grand celestial wedding can also offer our wedding gifts to Meenakshi and Sundareshwara. You can offer your donations and your wedding gifts to Meenakshi Sundareshwara at this most auspicious moment. The exchange of the garlands. It is a tradition that the bride and the groom exchange their garlands. We will be witnessing the garland exchange by the priests representing Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, and they will be offering the garland exchange to the deities of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara.
மாலை சாற்றினாள் தேவி ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி, மாலை சாற்றினாள் தேவி ஆனந்தேஸ்வரி. ஆனந்தேசன் பொன் கழுத்தில் அன்பினோடு தேவியும், ஆனந்தேசன் பொன் கழுத்தில் அன்பினோடு தேவி.
Yes, now we are going to be entering into the Mangalya Dharana Muhurtam. Offering the Mangalyams to Devi Meenakshi at this auspicious Muhurtam. As we have just learnt, Paramashiva himself offers and ties the Mangalya Sutra, which represents all of the auspicious things in the cosmos. The grand auspiciousness of everything in the cosmos is embodied in the Mangalya Sutra, which is now going to be tied and offered to Devi Meenakshi.
ॐ माङ्गल्यं तन्तुनानेन जगज्जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे बध्नामि शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् ॐ माङ्गल्यं तन्तुनानेन जगज्जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे बध्नामि शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् ॐ माङ्गल्यं तन्तुनानेन जगज्जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे बध्नामि शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् ॐ माङ्गल्यं तन्तुनानेन जगज्जीवनहेतुना कण्ठे बध्नामि शुभगे त्वं जीव शरदः शतम् ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु
We're now going to be performing the Laja Homam. Here, Paramashiva himself, along with Devi Meenakshi, will offer the puffed paddy, together holding hands, into the sacred Shivagni. In all of the major decisions made in one's life, according to the Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we should always do them with the Agni Sakshi, with the witness of the sacred fire, circling the Agni and offering the Havis into the fire. Paramashiva himself does this very ritual with Meenakshi, placing their feet together on the Ashmarohanam, on the Amikkal, the grinding stone, establishing the dharma of the household.
ॐ यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानां वा एतद्रूपं यल्लाजाः यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानेव तत्प्रीणाति करम्बैर्जुहोति विश्वेषां वा एतद्देवानागुं रूपं यत्करम्बाः यत्करम्बैर्जुहोति स्वाहा ॐ यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानां वा एतद्रूपं यल्लाजाः यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानेव तत्प्रीणाति करम्बैर्जुहोति विश्वेषां वा एतद्देवानागुं रूपं यत्करम्बाः यत्करम्बैर्जुहोति स्वाहा ॐ यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानां वा एतद्रूपं यल्लाजाः यल्लाजैर्जुहोति आदित्यानेव तत्प्रीणाति करम्बैर्जुहोति विश्वेषां वा एतद्देवानागुं रूपं यत्करम्बाः यत्करम्बैर्जुहोति स्वाहा
We will now be offering the Purnahuti, the complete offering, concluding the Agni Karyam, the fire ritual.
सर्वं वै पूर्णाहुतिः सर्वमेवाप्नोति अथोऽयं वै पूर्णाहुतिः अस्यामेव प्रतिष्ठति ॐ हां हौं शिवाय वौ षट् ॐ भूः स्वाहा ॐ भुवः स्वाहा ॐ सुवः स्वाहा ॐ भूर्भुवः सुवः स्वाहा
of the Agni into the Kalasha. Taking the energized darba grass in one's hand, the Acharya waves, taking the energy of the Agni and placing the darba onto the Kalasha.
ॐ यज्ञेन यज्ञमयजन्त देवाः तानि धर्माणि प्रथमान्यासन् ते हनाकं महिमानः सचन्ते यत्र पूर्वे साध्या सन्ति देवाः अथ धूपः ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आघ्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव सोमसुन्दरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्तिसंयुक्तं वह्निना योजितं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम् श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव सोमसुन्दरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं सन्दर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिव सोमसुन्दरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वरी परमशिवशक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमः। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्रीनित्यानन्द परमशिवाय नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि।
Now we'll offer the Deeparadhana to all of the deities of Meenakshi, Sundareshwara and Kailasa's temples around the world.
ॐ साङ्ग्रहण्येष्ट्यायजते इमां जनतागुं सङ्गृह्णानीति द्वादशारत्नीरचना भवति। द्वादशमासा संवत्सरः संवत्सरमेवावरुन्धे मौञ्जी भवति। ऊर्ग्वै मुञ्जाः ऊर्जमेवावरुन्धे चित्रा नक्षत्रं भवति। चित्रं वा एतत् कर्म।
Bring the Trinetra Deepam, representing the three eyes of Paramashiva.
ॐ त्रीणि त्रीणि वै देवानां वृद्धानि त्रीणि छन्दागुंसि त्रीणि सवनानि त्रय इमे लोकाः ऋद्ध्यामेव तद्वीर्य एषु लोकेषु प्रतितिष्ठति यच्चातुर्मास्य याज्यात्मनो न बध्येत्। ईशानः सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। अघोरेभ्योऽथ घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः। वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः। सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः। भवे भवेनाति भवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः। हिरण्यपात्रं मधोः पूर्णं ददाति मधव्योशानीति एकधा ब्रह्मण उपहरति एकधैव यजमान आयुस्तेजो दधाति।
कर्पूर आरती।
ॐ तन्महेशाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ गणाम्बिकायै विद्महे महातपायै धीमहि तन्नो गौरी प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देव्यै नमः। सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि रक्षान्धारयामि। ॐ बृहत्सामक्षत्रभृद्वृद्धवृष्णियं दृष्टभौजः शुभितमुग्रवीरम् इन्द्रस्तोमेन पञ्चदशेन मध्यमिदं वादेन सकरेण रक्षान्धारयामि।
We'll now offer the Aarti of the mirror.
ॐ नवो नवो भवति जायमानोऽह्नान्त्येतुरुषसामेत्यग्रम् भागं देवेभ्यो विदधात्यायं प्रच्छन्द्रमा स्थिरते दीर्घमायुः।
Next we offer the Aarti of the Surya and Chandra.
ॐ मूर्धानं दिवो अरतिं पृथिव्या वैश्वानरमृताय जातमग्निम् कविगुं सम्राजमतिथिं जनानामासन्नापात्रं जनयन्त देवाः।
Next we offer the offering of the umbrella, giving the shade and the cooling for Meenakshi Sundareshwara.
ॐ दूरमस्मच्छत्रवो यन्तु भीताः तदिन्द्राग्नी गृणतां तद्विशाखे तन्नो देवा अनुमदन्तु यज्ञं पश्चात् पुरस्तादभयन्नो अस्तु। ॐ वायुस्तागुम् अग्रे प्रमुमोक्तु देवः प्रजापतिः प्रजया संविधानः प्रमुञ्चमाना भुवनस्य रेतो गातुं धत्त यजमानाय देवाः उपाकृतगुं शशमानं यदस्तात् जीवानेवानामप्येतु पाथः। Next we offer the dhwaja, the flag offering. ॐ केतुं कृण्वन्न केतवेपेशो मर्या अपेशसे समुषद्भिरजायताः ब्रह्मा देवानां पदविः कवीनां ऋषिर्विप्राणां महिषो मृगाणां श्येनो गृध्रा नागस्वधितिर्वणा नागः सोमः पवित्रमत्येतिरे भन्ने सचित्रचित्रं चिदयन्तमस्मे चित्रक्षत्रचित्रदानं वयोधाम् चन्द्रं रयिं पूर्वीरं बृहन्तं चन्द्राभिर्गृणते यो वस्वा। We'll offer now the chamaram, the yak hair fans that bring the fragrance into the air. Om राजाधिराजाय प्रसह्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः। We now offer the Karpuram, the camphor Aarti, visualizing our individual consciousness merging into Paramashiva. We now offer the Karpura Aarti. Om Tanmaheshaya vidmahe Vagvishuddhaya dhimahi Tanna Shiva prachodayat. Om Ganambikaye vidmahe Mahatapaye dhimahi Tanno Gauri prachodayat. Om Hamsahamsaya vidmahe Paramahamsaya dhimahi Tanno Hamsa prachodayat. Karpura Gauram Karunavataram Samsarasaram Bhujagendraharam Sada Vasantam Hridayarvinde Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami Bhavam Bhavani Sahitam Namami. Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Soma Sundareshwara Swami Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Meenakshi Devyai Namaha. Shri Sarvadeva Devi Surupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Karpura Nirajanam Sandarshayami Rakshandharayami. We now offer the Vedokta Mantra Pushpanjali, the select mantras from the Vedas, offering as the fragrant flowers. Om Yopam Pushpam Veda Pushpavan Brajavan Bashuman Bhavati Chandramava Apam Pushpam Pushpavan Brajavan Bashuman Bhavati Ya evam Veda Yopamayatanam Veda Ayatanavan Bhavati. Shri Nityanandeshwara Paramashiva Soma Sundareshwara Swami Sameta Shri Nityanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Meenakshi Devyai Namaha. Shri Sarvadeva Devi Surupaya Bhagavate Shri Nityananda Paramashivaya Namaha. Vedokta Mantra Pushpanjalim Samarpayami. देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायिके श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी माता श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः जय विजयी भव चतुर्वेद प्रिय चतुर्वेदमवधारय हरि ओम अहं रुद्रेभिर्वसुभिश्चराम्यहमादित्यैरुत विश्वदेवैः अहं मित्रावरुणो भाभिर्भर्म्यहमिन्द्राग्नि अहमश्विनो भा हरि ओम जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः सनः पर्षगति दुर्गाणि विश्वानावेव सिन्धुं दुरितात्यग्निः हरि ओम एतत् सामगायन्नास्ते अहमन्नादः अग्श्लोककृत अहमस्मि प्रथमुजारुदास्य पूर्वं देवेभ्यो अमृतस्य न पायि यो मा ददाति शैले वमा वाह अहमन्नमन्नमदन्तमाद्मि अहं विश्वं भुवनमभ्यभवां सुवर्णज्योतिः य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत् हरिः ओम शन्नो देवीरभीष्टयापो भवन्तु वेदये शन्योरभीष्टवन्तु नः हरिः ओम देवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौम अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायक देवदेवोत्तम देवता सार्वभौमे अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायिके श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी माता श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः जय विजयी भव आगम श्लोक प्रिय आगम श्लोकान् अवधारय कैलास दक्षिणे श्रृंगे नानाश्चर्य समन्विते प्रवृद्धवटवृक्षोत्थ छायाच्छन्नेति विस्तृते व्याघ्रचर्म परिधाने पीठे रत्नोपशोभिते देवदानवगन्धर्व सिद्धविद्याधरादिभिः सेव्यमानं महादेवं श्रीकण्ठं विश्वनायकम् देवदेवोत्तमे देवता सार्वभौमे अखिलांड कोटि ब्रह्मांड नायिके श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी माता श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः जय विजयी भव स्तोत्र प्रिय स्तोत्रमवधारय माणिक्यवीणामुपलालयन्तीं मदालसां मञ्जुलवाग्विलासां माहेन्द्रनीलद्युतिकोमलाङ्गीं मातङ्गकन्यां मनसा स्मरामि देवदेवोत्तमे देवता सार्वभौमे अखिलाण्डकोटिब्रह्माण्डनायिके श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी माता श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः जय विजयी भव द्राविड वेद प्रिय द्राविड वेदमवधारय हर हर नमः पार्वती पतये हर हर महादेवा தென்னாடுடைய சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி போற்றி சிவா திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் மந்திரமாவது நீர் வானவர் மேலது நீர் சுந்தரமாவது நீர் துதிக்கப்படுவது நீர் தந்திரமாவது நீர் சமயத்தில் உள்ளது நீர் செந்துவர் வாயுமை பங்கன் திரு ஆளவாயான் திருநீர் शिवा त्रिचित्रम्बलम्। देवदेवोत्तमे देवता सार्वभौमे अखिलांडकोटि ब्रह्मांड नायिके श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव सोमसुंदरेश्वर स्वामी समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति मीनाक्षी देवी माता श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूप भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परमशिव स्वामिनः जय विजयी भव। आशीर्वाद प्रिय आशीर्वादमवधारय। ओम स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्याय्येन मार्गेण महिं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु। काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः इति स्वस्ति मन्त्रार्थाः सत्या सबला भवन्तु इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु। अपुत्राः पुत्रिणः सन्तु पौत्रिणः अधनाः सधनाः सन्तु जीवन्तु शतम् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु। दुर्जनः सज्जनो भूयात् सज्जनः शान्तिमाप्नुयात् शान्तो मुच्येत बन्धेभ्यः मुक्तश्चान्यान् विमोचयेत् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु। राजा धर्मपतिः प्रजा सुचरिताः पूजाधना सज्जनाः षट्कर्म प्रवरा द्विजाः प्रतिदिनं विद्या अनवद्या सदा वाणी सन्निहिता चिरं कविमुखैः सानन्दमव्याकुलाः सर्वे सन्तु वैदिक धर्म अनुष्ठातारः सौजन्य संतोषिणः इति स्वस्ति मंत्रार्थाः सत्या सबला भवन्तु इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तु तथास्तु। येषां देवदेवानां महादेवानाम् अखिलाण्डकोटि ब्रह्माण्ड नायकानां सकल भुवि सृष्टि स्थिति संहार तिरोभावानुग्रहाख्य पंचकृत्य परायणानाम् आदिमध्यान्तरहितानाम् अप्रमेय पराक्रमाणां तत्त्वार्थगोचराणां श्री नित्यानंदेश्वरी परमशिव शक्ति समेत श्री नित्यानंदेश्वर परमशिव स्वरूपानां श्री आदिगुरु अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर स्वरूपानां श्री कालभैरव महाकाली स्वरूपानां श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशांत श्यामलापीठारूढ़ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वराभिन्न स्वरूप परशिव पुत्र रत्न कुमार गुरुमण्य तुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यमान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागमसार भूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत भुक्तामजि चतुरश्रयाण गीयमान छत्र चामर श्री चिन्नकाहलादि समस्त विरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा विजापवर्ग वर्ष विश्राण जीमूत परमत कलभकेसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु शमन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षणा नरहारह ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद ऋषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामिनाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ तृणपद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधानानाम अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधानानाम कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयस्त्रिंशदुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधानानाम नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रचित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कत्रेणाम साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वतमनु इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र शूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूर्ताभिषिक्त चूड़ामणीनां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणी पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वरानां साक्षात् श्री परमशिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीठाधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अट्लपीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अट्लपीठाधीश्वराणां धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्णपीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधानानां कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरूणां श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारकानां श्रीकैलासपरमाचार्याणां श्रीमत्परमहंसानां परिव्राजकाचार्यवर्याणां सच्चिदानन्दप्रणवस्वरूपाणां श्रोत्रियब्रह्मनिष्ठानां श्रीमज्जगद्गुरूणां श्रीलश्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्दपरमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकपरमाचार्यस्वामिनां पादारविन्दयोः भक्तिसिद्धिः समेषां सहकुटुम्बानां सकलैश्वर्यप्राप्तिः गुरुकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्याणाम् अभिवृद्धिः अरोगदृढगात्रतासिद्धिः आचन्द्रार्कवंशाभिवृद्धिः धर्मार्थकाममोक्षचतुर्विधफलपुरुषार्थसिद्धिः सर्वेषां मनसा चिन्तितसत्कार्यानुकूलसिद्धिः सर्वदेवदेवीस्वरूपस्य भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवस्य पादारविन्दयोः अचञ्चला भक्तिसिद्धिः भगवच्छ्रीनित्यानन्दपरमशिवप्रसादेन सकुटुम्बस्य ज्ञानवैराग्यजीवन्मुक्तिप्राप्तिश्च भूयात् इति भवन्तो महान्तो न गृह्णन्तो तथास्तु सर्वे जनाः सुखिनः सन्तो तथास्तु सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु तथास्तु समस्त सन्मङ्गलानि सन्तो तथास्तु सर्वत्र नित्यानन्दध्वजारोहणं भवतु तथास्तु सर्वेषां श्रीलश्री भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्दपरमशिव श्री ज्ञानसम्बन्धदेशिकपरमाचार्यस्वामिनां परिपूर्णकृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिः अस्तु तथास्तु अयं धर्मः उत्तरोत्तरमभिवृद्धिरस्तु तथास्तु सर्वं भगवच्छ्री नित्यानन्दपरमशिवपादुकार्पणमस्तु ॐ नित्यानन्दम्
We now enter into a special part of the Kalyanotsavam, a Leela that is played by Paramashiva to teach the real fulfillment. Devi Meenakshi, seeing all of the Kalyana Bhojana, the feast of the Kalyana, requests for people to finish the food. Paramashiva wants to prove what really will fulfill, and he tells two of his ganas, Kundodara, to consume the meals. Kundodara eats the entire feast of the Kalyanotsavam, and after completing the entire feast, he is very thirsty and he is not able to have any water to quench his thirst. No matter how much he is able to drink, it is not quenching his thirst. Then Paramashiva places his hand and on the ground, and from there the grand Vaigai river emerges. Kundodara drinks the waters of Vaigai, and his thirst and hunger is quenched. This is to show that only by the grace and blessings of Paramashiva will we achieve the true fulfillment in our lives. We will now offer the Kalyana Bhojana to Kundodara and the deity of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivamam.
ॐ सहस्रदलपङ्कजे सकलशीतरश्मिप्रभं वराभयकराम्बुजं विमलगन्धपुष्पाम्बरं प्रसन्नवदनेक्षणं सकलदेवतारूपिणं स्मरेच्छिरसि हंसकं तदभिमानपूर्वं गुरुम्। अथ धूपः। ॐ दशाङ्गं गुग्गुलोपेतं सुगन्धं च सुमनोहरम् आग्रेयः सर्वदेवानां धूपोऽयं प्रतिगृह्यताम्। श्री सर्वदेवदेवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। धूपमाघ्रापयामि। अथ दीपः। ॐ साज्यं त्रिवर्ति संयुक्तं वह्निना योजिनं मया ग्रहाणमङ्गलं दीपं त्रैलोक्यतिमिरापहम्। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। दीपं संदर्शयामि। अथ नैवेद्यम् ॐ मधुवाताऋतायते मधुक्षरन्ति सिन्धवः माध्वीर्न सन्तोषधीः मधुनक्तमुतोषसि मधुमत्पार्थिवगुं रजः मधुद्योरस्तु नः पिता मधुमान्नो वनस्पतिर्मधुवागुमस्तु सूर्यः माध्वीर्गावो भवन्तु नः मधु मधु मधु। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। अमृतं महानैवेद्यं निवेदयामि। नैवेद्यानन्तरमाचमनं समर्पयामि। नीराजनम् ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। कर्पूरगौरं करुणावतारं संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारं सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। श्री सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमशिवाय नमः। कर्पूर नीराजनं संदर्शयामि। रक्षान् धारयामि। शोणाद्रीशावताराय ज्योतिस्तंभस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। तत्त्वज्ञानप्रदाताय नित्यानन्देश्वररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मूलप्रकृतिरूपाय परमशिवशक्तिस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। दण्डत्रिशूलहस्ताय कालकालस्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। आदिपूज्याय देवाय सकृत्पूर्णत्वरूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सर्वाभयविनाशकाय शत्रुसंहाररूपिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। योगभट्टाभिषिक्ताय राजसन्न्यासधारिणे श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। सार्वभौमैकवत्याय राजराजार्चिताय च श्रीकैलासप्रधानाय नित्यानन्दाय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं कल्पवृक्षाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने परमशिवाय श्रीनित्यानन्देश्वराय मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं श्रीविद्याम्बायै मङ्गलं कामदायिन्ये सर्वमङ्गलधात्री नित्यानन्देश्वर्यै मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मोक्षमूलाय मङ्गलम्। परमावताराय नित्यानन्दाय गुरवे मङ्गलम्। त्वं स्मृतमहं धन्य मम प्राणमहेश्वर गङ्गाधरनामेति स्तोत्रस्थानं दधाम्यहम्। हरिः ओं तत्सत्।
Sarvam Bhagavat Sri Nithyananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu. Om Nityanandam. We thank all of the viewers and all of the Paramashivoham participants for joining us for the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. The divine grace and blessings of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivamam. We have come to the end of the Meenakshi Tirukalyanam. We request all the guests in all of Kailasa's temples to take the blessings of Meenakshi Sundareshwara and our beloved Bhagavan and partake in the prasada. We welcome all of the Paramashivoham participants to the continuing celebrations of Paramashivoham tomorrow at 7 a.m. Thank you. Nithyanandam.